Welcome to Transforming Lives Talk Show. My name is Elder Lorraine Flowers, and I am your host. And so on tonight, I have a special guest, and we're going to talk about business. And she's going to share with us some tips about business, how you get started, things of that nature. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment and make sure you talk about it. So I just want to introduce my guest. Her name is Emma Mims, and she is a powerful woman of God, and she's going to share with us her business and tell us a little bit more about your business. Welcome, Emma.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me on here. Hello. I'm
Yes.
excited about this opportunity. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I am so happy and excited that you are here. So we're going to jump right in. We're not going to waste time. So
Okay.
I'm so excited to hear about, and I just want to say congratulations because you are an entrepreneur. You are a businesswoman. You are a business owner. And, you have sustained through this whole pandemic. How has it been for you?
Um, well, to be quite honest, it was difficult at first because you
Okay.
never know, especially when you're in business, you never know like the ups and downs, how it's going to go. Mine is more of a interactive kind of business where
Okay.
we have workshops and those kind of things. So I'm live, I'm in your face, we're touching, we're
Oh,
having
wow.
workshops where we're in the room.
Oh,
So
okay.
with this whole thing hit, of course, now we're quarantined, now we're in the house, now you can't go out and touch like I like to touch.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I was just like, okay, God, now, what we were supposed to do. How do I go? What direction do I
Mhm.
go? And so, Zoom, and I know everybody was using Zoom. So
Yeah.
Zoom and having things going live. I'm not the going live type. Well, I wasn't the going live type person.
But you
Um,
changed,
but
right?
oh, most definitely has
Okay.
changed. So
Mhm.
I had to learn how to utilize the resources that we had to hand, how to
Oh,
touch
okay.
people virtually,
Mhm, mhm.
because you were in your house. And, it's so amazing. God is so amazing. I would
Yes,
definitely say
he
he's so
is.
amazing. So I began to do that. I had a balance workshop. It's one of the things that we do. We host
Okay.
a number of workshops. So
Okay.
it was balance workshop time, and I had already rented the room and invited the thing. And so I
Wow.
ended up, oh, yes. So I ended up having to say, okay, so how can we do this now? And so
Mhm.
I said, okay, well, let's do it virtually,
Okay.
and not knowing how it was going to be received, because
Mhm.
people, when they used to seeing you live face to face, then you saying, wait, now we're going to be on the computer. So I thought about it, ran the idea past my husband and my co-facilitator, and they said, well, let's go live. Let's do it this way. And
Awesome.
it's because all the stuff was kind of going that way and people was just starting to go that way. It was a
Yeah.
little slow in the beginning.
Mhm.
So I used that time to rebrand. I used that
Okay.
time, and then that's when God began to speak to me about starting prayer. So it's like,
Oh, that's great.
so we started a prayer, what we did. And first I was just doing it on Zoom, and then God
Mhm.
shifted all of that. We started going live. So I have been building, you
Oh,
know,
great.
a lot of people haven't been and trying to figure out how they're going to do it. But honestly, we've been building. So
That's great.
it's been going on nonstop since then.
Oh, that is awesome. That is great. So share with the viewers, share with us, how did you get started? And tell us about your business and, when did you get started and all that good stuff.
Oh, all the good stuff. So I have been in business now for a little bit over 4 years. I
Oh, okay.
started off being a part of this group called the Gold Diggers Group. It was
Okay.
led by my first lady, Lady Jennifer Beard.
Okay.
And so she had like an information session. And so
Mhm.
I went. But then I was sitting in a room with all these people who was doing some awesome things.
Mhm.
One of the ladies, I'm sure you know her, Elder LaWanda Thomas, was in there with her
Yeah.
clothing business, and other
Mhm.
ladies was in there doing their stuff. One of them was talking about, writing books, and somebody else was, and
Mm.
I'm sitting here looking at me saying, okay, so I don't have a book. I don't have anything tangible.
Mhm.
So, why am I in here?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
the nuggets that she dropped that night, I'm so glad I stayed and was a part of this group. She opened my eyes and opened my mind to, yes, you can have a thriving
Mhm.
Christian
Yeah.
business. And
True.
so this is where I started off the fragrance journey.
Okay.
And so I had to give it an umbrella, go through all the necessary paperwork and those kind of
Mhm.
things. So that's when a divine touch was birthed. So
Oh,
with Divine Touch, I put that under the umbrella with fragrance, and we started
mhm.
off with Fragrance Journey. And
Okay.
so Fragrance Journey is definitely something, and a lot of people think fragrance and they think perfume. They
Mhm.
think,
Okay.
some of a cologne.
Yeah.
It is not no cologne or no type of perfume or anything. It's
Mhm.
dealing with you, your personal smell, your
Wow.
personal self. The
Mhm.
things that we deal with. God had really begun to minister to me about
Yeah.
touching the lives of women. We started off with just women and
Yeah.
touching lives. We have so many women that are dealing
Mhm.
with issues. And it
Yeah.
was birthed through a friend of mine who was dealing with a divorce at that time, and she
Okay.
was dealing with the loss of her mom. And
Mm.
so I'm just like, okay, God, what can I tell her to help her?
Mhm.
What can my opinion
Yeah.
meant nothing. So, went to the word of God, went to church that
Mhm.
Sunday, and God began to deal with me through the story of
Mhm.
Esther, and then
Yeah.
dealing with the story of Esther, the cleansing process she went through.
Yeah.
And God really, really worked with me with that.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of how it was birthed. It was birthed to be a helping. It was birthed
Okay.
to be an encouragement. It was birthed
Mhm.
to do something to build you up. And
Yeah.
so that's where the fragrance journey was birthed from. Helping, we
Mm.
all need help every now and then. And so the
Yes.
fragrance journey, dealing with Esther, how she went through a whole, and God revealed to me through this
Mhm.
that it takes
Mhm.
365 days for cleansing. We don't want to cleanse the
Wow.
whole year.
Wow.
So with that was birthed this mentorship program that I still have. With that was birthed the Journey Nuggets. With
Mhm.
that was birthed the Journey Chat. We have a fragrance journey chat that's still going strong today. So a lot
Good.
of things just started birthing from that.
Mhm. Mhm.
With that was birthed my fragrance journey journal. So a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
things just really started like coming out from that. So that's
Mhm.
how fragrance journey was birthed. And
Okay.
even through Divine Touch, that's the overall
Mhm.
business. With
Yeah.
that, we are now 501c3, so with Divine Touch as
Great.
well. With that, we have workshops. We have resume writing workshops, credit building
Mhm.
workshops, real estate workshops. We have workshops
Mm.
teaching you how to pray. We have workshops
Mm.
series where it teaches you how to read the Bible, how to study the Bible. So
Yeah.
it encompasses touching the entire person. We want all
Yes.
of you to be touched by this, and that's where the name
Mm.
Divine Touch came from.
Oh, awesome. That is a great,
Yes,
great,
ma'am.
powerful thing. So, um, tell us a little bit more about, like, how do you start when you started? How did you start? How did you get, like the women to people to purchase products or purchase your workshops or things of that nature?
Word of mouth. I
Okay.
do believe in business, and I do
Mhm.
believe, and I was talking to someone else about it. I believe that God is reconnecting the kings and the priests back together to kind of work
Mm.
together. So I do
Okay.
believe in that wholeheartedly. So it's word of mouth, and I learned that a lot of things that people are looking for, they're looking for authentic people. They're
Yeah.
looking for somebody who's going to be
Yeah.
genuine. You're going to feel what I feel, have
Mhm.
compassion, not just empathy, but you're going to have
Yes.
compassion with me.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't that difficult, honestly, because
Mhm.
when you let your true, authentic self show, people are
Yeah.
going to talk about it because
That's
people,
right.
I'm not in it for, although I'm going to shoot myself
Mhm.
in the foot. Money, okay. But I'm,
Yeah.
I'm in it to give God glory. And
Yeah.
I love what I do, and
Awesome.
because of that, people see that I love what I do. I
Yeah.
love when people get the light bulb moments. I love, and it's
Yes.
so difficult for me to put a price tag on it,
Mhm.
but I love when people get the light bulb moment. I love when they
Mhm.
walk into their true self, their true
Yeah.
purpose, and they find out their mission. I love it. I
Mhm.
love it when marriages come back together and are healed. I love
That's
it. I
right.
love it. I love it when relationships are restored. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it when a mother can grab her children and love on them. I love it. So
Mhm.
with those right there,
Awesome.
with and people are they're gonna talk about it, and they do
Yeah.
talk about it. And so
Mhm.
that's kind of where it's been coming. It's been building. It's been a process. Yes, it has been a process, but it's
Mhm.
been building from that was word of mouth. When people are
Oh,
telling
okay.
somebody, this person tell that
Yeah.
person tell that person, and kind of
Mhm.
that's how it's been growing from there. Because
Okay.
if at the end of the day, if God isn't getting the glory, I am
Yeah.
learning that I don't want to be a part of it.
That's right. That is
I don't want to
awesome.
be a part of it. So that's
Totally
something
understood.
that's just kind of something where he's been really dealing with us. And I think it just goes across the board, any business,
Yeah. Yeah.
any
Yeah. Any
Christian business.
business.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And then, like I always tell people that are in business, if you're, and I did a show before, like, walking in integrity in business, you know, it means a lot to walk in integrity, to do what you actually say you're going to do. And people, they remember that,
They
they
do.
remember that you gave them good, excellent, superb service, So how many employees do you have? And, are they based from different places or is it just Illinois?
Well, I now officially have a team.
Oh,
And
great.
yes, I now have a team. I
Mhm.
have an executive director. I have an
Oh,
administrative assistant. Um,
mhm.
of course, I have my right hand person, my sweetie, my husband. He's
Aw,
right there with me.
that's
And I
great.
definitely have a team of women
Mhm.
who back me with all that I do, and I so appreciate these ladies so much. They back me in
Awesome.
all that I do, and so I do have a rather nice sized team, and they
Mhm.
support me, they push me, they pray for me. They
Good.
pray for me,
Yes, that's very important.
and I do have an executive director and my husband who they're not afraid to tell me the truth. They're not afraid to
Mhm.
say you need to push yourself a little bit more. They're not
Yeah.
afraid to say these things to me in building my team. So that is, I love my team. I love my support
Mhm.
system. My mom is on board. She definitely
Mhm.
pushes and assists me in all that I'm going to do. So, and I have definitely have my bishop and my first lady. They
All
pray
right.
for me as
Yes, I
well.
love them.
Oh my God, aren't they the best?
I love them. Yes, they are. I love them. I love
They
them.
push my church family.
Mhm.
They all push some wonderful support system.
Mhm.
I mean, my
Yes.
children are very involved in it, and I love
Oh,
that.
that's
I love that.
good.
They don't have to, but I love it because
Oh,
they
okay.
are.
That's great. You
So
have
they,
a lot of support. That is
yes,
awesome.
yes, and I
That
think
is
that's so
awesome.
important. That's important for us. We
Yes,
need
it
that
is.
support.
Yes,
We
it
do.
is. It
Hmm.
is important to build generational wealth, so that you can leave something for, a wise man not only leaves an inheritance, but leaves it for his children's children,
Absolutely. You want to
and,
get started,
that's,
Elder?
yeah,
You want to get
that's what
started,
we want
Elder?
to
Yes.
do. Hey, that's what we're here for, to give the people what they need to know, that information so if someone wanted to start their business, what would advice would you give them?
Oh
They're
my
starting
God.
out, maybe some things that you probably could have did a little different,
Hmm.
but some, traps or maybe just little things that might have, get them some motivation and things of that nature.
Little nuggets. I
Yeah.
call them little nuggets, little business
Mhm.
nuggets. The
Yeah.
first thing I would advise anybody, especially saved or
Mhm.
unsaved, be
Mhm.
strategic. Develop a strategic plan.
Okay.
It's something to just start something. You can start
Mhm.
something, you can hobby it for a little while, let it be a hobby. But if you are
Mhm.
serious about it, get
Mhm.
strategic about developing a plan because
Yeah.
you have to have strategy.
Mhm.
Strategy, you got to have strategy to grow your money. If you are
Yeah.
money making business, you got to
Mhm.
have strategy to invest your money, when to
Yes.
restock, when to buy, when to
Mhm.
save.
Mhm.
You got to have
Mhm.
strategy in order to get your people involved because
Yeah.
unfortunately you can't tell everybody your dreams, you can't tell everybody your hopes and your
Wow.
desires.
You're
So
saying
you have
something there.
listen, we talking about business. You have to be
No.
wise in business.
Yeah.
You have to know how to even strengthen your communication skills. You have to even
Mm.
know your mission and your purpose. What's your
Yeah.
mission? What is
Yeah.
your purpose
Yeah.
for starting this business? Is
Yeah.
it to strengthen a community? Is it to strengthen
Uh-huh.
your church? Is it to strengthen your family? Is it to just make
Okay.
some money? So you need to know this going in.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
to have a strategy.
Strategy.
And one of the models that we have for our house is called keep it moving. You have to be
Mm.
ready to keep going. You have to be
Mhm.
ready to push. Even in your
Yes.
low moments, you have to be ready to keep going. You
Mhm.
cannot this being in business is not for the faint of heart.
Come on now.
Being in business is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have got to develop this strong plan where you
Mhm.
say, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep pushing. At the end of
Yes.
the day, I'm going to keep moving. You're
Yeah.
going to have high moments, you're going to have low moments. But
Yeah.
what are you doing at those low moments? You got to be
Mhm.
strategic.
Mhm.
In your
Mhm.
low moments,
Yeah.
rebrand.
Yeah.
In your low moments, re
Mhm.
strategize, repurpose
Mhm.
yourself,
Mhm.
repurpose your business.
Mhm.
In your
Mhm.
low moments, what are you doing
Yeah.
with those moments? Be teachable, go to class, learn something new that you
Mhm.
can incorporate
Mhm.
into your business.
Yeah.
So that's one of the mottos. And
Yeah.
another motto, especially business owners should have, one of the ones we say, if a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Don't
Ooh.
abuse the clients and customers.
Say that again.
When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Do
Mm.
not abuse your clients and your customers.
Yes.
Do not
Yes.
abuse. If you have people that, or mentees or mentors or whatever
Mhm.
line of work that you're in, do
Yeah.
not abuse the people.
Mhm.
You have to, again, it goes back to being strategic as to why you're
Yeah.
starting the business in the first place.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're just doing it to gain $1, you
Mhm.
probably shouldn't do it. You probably
Mhm.
shouldn't do it. But what is your purpose? What is your
Yeah.
mission? What
Yeah.
is your focus? Are
Yeah.
you in it for the whole person? Are you in it to develop the whole person?
Mm.
Are you in it to
Mm.
build generational wealth? Are you
Yeah.
in this because it's just a hobby? What
Yeah.
is your purpose? You got to be
Mhm.
strategic. And then
Wow. Mhm.
number 2, don't be afraid to develop yourself.
Yes. Mm.
Development is so important.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes,
I
it
know
is.
you're an elder in the church. Yes,
Mhm.
and we've been in church, our whole lives and all that.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
even in church, you have to go through development
Yes.
processes. Our
Yes.
bishop is good for saying, read this book. He's going to talk about the book. There's nothing wrong with reading the leadership books by John
Yeah.
Maxwell. There's nothing wrong
Yes.
with knowing the power of one. Reading books like that
Mhm. Mhm.
enhance yourself. What are you
Yeah.
reading for your business? Are you reading Forbes
Mhm.
magazine? What are you
Come on.
reading for your business? Are you reading
Yeah.
Newsweek? What are you
Mhm.
doing for your
Mhm.
personal development, your
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
development?
Yeah.
And be teachable in your development.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
nothing worse than someone who don't want to develop, but then you're not
Mhm.
teachable at the same time. Come
Oh,
on.
wow.
Because
Wow.
I truly believe this. Even when you're going
Mhm.
in business, a broken person
Mhm.
is going to run a broken business.
Come on. Come on. That is so true.
So if
So
you're
true.
broken and then you're trying to start a business, your
Mhm.
business is going to show signs of it being broken.
Mhm. Mhm.
You got to go through some healing to run
Ooh.
business.
You saying something there, sis? You are saying something? Wow.
You have got to know when you're going
Mhm.
in business because it reflects who you are. It
Yeah.
reflects who you are. So
Yes.
point number 1 was strategy. Develop a
Mhm.
strategy. Point
Develop
number
a
2
strategy.
is development. Don't be afraid
Development.
to go and learn.
Mhm. That's
Develop
right.
your skills. Perfect your
Mhm.
skills.
Yes.
Perfect your skills. And another one is, what is your perception of your business? How do you perceive your
Mm.
business?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
how you
Elaborate on
perceive,
that.
well, I'll say how you see your business is how the
Mhm.
next person gonna see your business.
Yes,
So
that's
if you're
true.
going into this half-hearted, don't you think
Mhm.
the customer gonna see that you half-hearted?
Yeah,
But
that
how do
is
you
true.
view your business? How do you view
Mhm.
you in business?
Mm.
If
Mm.
you are half and
Mm.
you give half efforts all the time,
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
customer will see it. Your clients
Yeah,
are going to see it. They're going to
that is true.
perceive that thing about you, that you're not for
Mhm.
real about this, and they're going to walk
Yeah.
away. Everything you
Wow.
do, especially if you're a
Mhm.
Christian, it should
Yeah.
be to give glory to God
Yes.
and to
Yes.
do things in the spirit of excellence to give glory to
Excellence.
Him.
Mhm.
So if you putting something out and you wouldn't go to the store and buy it, you
Mhm.
can't expect the next person to go buy
That's
it.
right. That's right.
So
So true.
that's the third point.
Mhm.
One more point. You
Okay.
can't look for your family to support you in everything that you do.
So true. Oh, I know about that one. Okay.
How many times have we gotten mad because our family didn't share our
Yeah.
flyer, our family didn't
Mhm.
support, our family didn't say
Mhm.
good job? There is a whole world
Yes, it
that we
is.
have to touch. And you
Mhm.
cannot be upset.
Yep.
Let them go. Stop holding them accountable and holding them to that standard that they got to. They
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Nobody has to support you. And you
Yeah.
have to be okay with that and still say, I'm going to push.
That's so true. So true. Yes.
You have to be okay with that and still say, I'm going to go on. You have to be
Mhm.
okay with that and still say, I'm
Mhm.
going to develop. You have
Yeah.
to be okay with that and say that I'm still going to perceive me, that what I'm putting out is good and is good.
Okay.
Let them
It's
people
good.
go. Let them go. Let your
Yeah.
family go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We want to hold on them. We
Unfair
want them to
standard.
support us in everything.
Although ideally, yes, but in
Yeah.
business, you got to look. If you're just waiting for your family, you're not going to make a lot of money.
That's so true. So
You're
true.
not. You're not.
Really, if I would even add to that, if you're just waiting on people, period, you're not gonna make a lot. You just got to move forward. You got to move in what God called you to do.
You
Everybody's
have
not gonna
to.
see your vision. They're not gonna see it the way you see it. They're not gonna see it the way God gave it to you because He didn't give it to them. He gave
He
it to
gave it to you.
you.
It's your
Mhm.
vision.
Mhm.
I can't see what you see.
Yes,
You
that's
can't
right.
see what I see. He
Mhm.
gave it to you. You
You.
gotta work
Yeah.
it.
You got to work it.
I'm gonna say
Yep.
that word that we don't like. You have to work
Yes.
it.
Yes.
You
I don't
have
know
to
who I
work it.
heard this from one time. And they said that God gives you a acorn and then he calls you to develop and grow it. He's not going to give you the full tree or the full fruit of the tree. He's going to give you the seed to grow, to sow and to grow and to cultivate it, to get it growing, to get it going. But you have to put in the work.
You have,
So a lot of times we miss that. We want God to do everything, or we want people to support us in certain things that they just don't see it, you know. But
see, you
you're
took
right.
me in with that work word. If I could just
Hmm.
elaborate on that for just a moment with that
Hmm.
work word.
Hmm.
See, the important thing, going to scripture, Second
Yeah.
Kings, the fourth chapter, going to the
Uh-huh.
vessels of oil.
Yeah.
And we know the story about the vessels of oil with the woman that
Hmm.
tried to come get her kids and those kind of things. And he
Hmm.
said, "What you got? Go borrow a whole bunch of
Hmm.
vessels from your neighbors.
Yeah.
Take the kids, tell them to go to everybody's house and get their vessels, right?" So he
Yeah.
told all of them. He said, "Go on over there." She sent the kids out, the boys out to go do it. But what I
Hmm.
want us to get from this thing right here, I want us to get this very important lesson. She had work to do. She had
Yeah.
to do the assignment in order for the assignment to
Hmm.
get fulfilled. The
Yes.
vessels of oil wouldn't have never done anything if she would have just stayed her hand. She had to keep
Hmm.
pouring. As they brought the oil,
Yes.
you had
Come
to pour.
on.
You have to pour. So
Good.
what are we pouring into our businesses? What are
Yeah.
we doing
Yeah.
with our businesses? Are
Come
we
on.
pouring into our
Hmm.
communities? Are we pouring into our churches? What are
Yeah.
we doing? What are you doing to say, hey, I got to keep my business relevant? This woman
Yes.
had to keep pouring into, and as long as she poured into the
Mm.
vessels and they
Yeah.
kept giving it to her, she kept filling
Hmm.
them up. And as long as
Woo.
she kept doing it, they kept
All
filling
right
them
now.
up and they filling them up and they filling them up.
Yes.
And I am thoroughly convinced. I'm
Hmm.
thoroughly convinced that when
Yeah.
she asked for the other vessel and the oil
Uh-huh.
stayed, if she would have told them to go out and get some more vessels, the oil
Uh-huh.
would have kept flowing.
Okay. All
You
right now.
are in charge of your own
Hmm.
production. You're in charge of it. You're
Hmm.
in
That's
charge of
right.
the outcome. Keep
Yes.
pouring into the different vessels.
Hmm.
Keep pouring. You got to raise your kids up in this. You got to raise
Yeah.
your grandkids up in this for those who
That's
have
right.
grandkids. You got to keep
Hmm.
pouring. Your business got to be relevant. If it's not relevant, that woman could have told her son, hey,
Hmm.
listen, I know we run a little low. Go get some more. Tell him, I don't care. Look in the back pantry. Look in the closet somewhere. Give me
Yeah.
some more
Yeah.
vessels. And she could have kept pouring her oil and kept pouring her
Mm.
oil. Never let nobody tell you when enough is enough. You
That's
have to be
right.
to invest in your business.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
talking
That is so
business.
true.
You have to be the one. Your business is just like
Hmm.
that oil. Keep
Hmm.
pouring. Keep
Keep
pouring
pouring.
because your
Keep
business
pouring.
is definitely worth it. How many of us have
Yes.
stopped expanding our businesses because
Hmm.
somebody told us it couldn't work? How many of
Come on.
us stopped investing in our businesses because
Yeah.
somebody said it didn't work? How many of us
Hmm.
stopped because we came into some brick walls or we came
Yeah.
into some troubles or some sorrows or doing whatever? How
Hmm.
many of us have dropped the dream? How many
Yeah.
of us have dropped the vision? We have got to get back up and get back to work.
Yes. Get
Put
back
your
up.
hands to work. The only
Yes.
way you're going to produce is you got to put your hands to it. You got to
Gotta.
put your hands to it. You got
Hmm.
to. That's
Gotta
the
put your
only way
hands
to
to
do
work.
it. You got to put your hand. We don't want to do that work. We don't want to work. We
Hmm.
want to
That's
sit
it.
out and let things
That
come to
really
us.
is it. Hmm.
Sometimes you got to go out there and get it.
That's so true. So true.
Sometimes you got to go get it.
Yep. You gotta go get it.
Stop expecting everything to just come to you. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
go get it.
Gotta go get it.
Got to
Yes.
put in that work.
So what else do you think could help entrepreneurs that, maybe trying to start or, get started? Because what you just gave was like, I mean, some great nuggets. Those are some golden nuggets, So wow. Do you think there's anything else that they can possibly, get? Which, and I couldn't think of any off the top of my head, but you gave some really good points.
There is so much. One thing I want to actually say to business owner too about their
Hmm.
imagination.
Mm.
You got to open your mind to imagination. You have to
Yeah. Yeah.
imagine what it's going to be like.
Hmm.
God gave us our imagination. Remember when you was kids, you imagined what life was going to be like when you was an
Yeah.
adult. You
Yeah.
imagined what you was going to wear. You imagine how you was going
Mhm.
to be married. You imagine what kind of house.
Mhm.
You have
Mhm.
got to have imagination in your work.
Yes.
You got to
Come on.
expand it. You got to think beyond. And that's one thing I learned valuable lessons from the Gold Diggers group when I was a part of it.
Mhm.
Open your
Mhm.
imagination. Be open to it. You got
Yeah.
to imagine, where do you want it to go? Because it's locked in your
Mhm.
mind. How
Yeah.
far do you want your business to go?
Yes.
How do you want
Yes.
it to grow? Do you want
Yes.
it to, you want to leave it as an inheritance for your children, your
Mhm.
children's
Mhm.
children? Use your
Mhm.
imagination. Put some,
Yes.
if you can't, if you stop, you'll hinder yourself.
Yeah.
Don't hinder
Yeah.
yourself.
Mhm.
If you
Don't
can
stop.
just think, if you think bigger, you can become bigger.
Come on now.
Come
That's it.
on. It's all,
Yes.
and Bishop was just preaching this the other night, teaching this the other
Mhm.
night. You have to think greater. You have to think on
Yes.
a bigger scale than where you are.
Mhm.
Use your
Yeah.
imagination. Open it up. Well, grandma didn't do it, mama didn't do it. You can do it. You
Yes.
can be one. How do you want your, how can you make your business relevant? What do you do? Get
Mhm.
t-shirts. Do the little funky designs in the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Make some cups, make some mugs, do something. But use
Yeah.
that creative ability. That's God. God has creative ability, number
Oh,
one.
yes, he
And
does. Yes, he does.
we have to tap into our creativeness, tap
Yeah.
into your imagination. How far do you want
Mhm.
this business to go?
Yes.
What lives? How do you want it to touch lives? Open your
Mm.
mind, be open to the change,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
open to changing it. You never have to stay,
Mhm.
going through the same process over and over again.
Yeah.
Change. Even
So
God
true.
knows that the message stays the same, but the
Come
method
on.
changes. So
Yeah.
okay, well, they don't want t-shirts anymore. Well, the seasons change. Get some sweatshirts. Come on,
Come
you
on. Yes. Yes. Think.
we
Think
we
big.
use imagination all the time. When you
Yeah.
go get your hair done, what do you imagining what your hairstyle
Mhm.
gonna look like?
That's
You want to
right.
change the color, you want it this way, you want it that way. So
Mhm.
put some
Mhm.
imagination behind what you do, and then catch the people's eyes, catch people's attention with your
Mhm.
imagination. Let it go wow sometimes.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay, how can I expand this business? Think beyond where you are now. If you start
Mhm.
off small, just think how big your business can be. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Mine isn't necessarily a money generating kind of business,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I have to stay outside of the box when I'm thinking, what ways
Yeah.
can I attract more people to come? Yes,
Okay.
the time may change. I prayed at noon,
Mhm.
now I'm at 7 a.m. because I'm doing
Mhm.
what God says. Be
Yeah.
open to use your imagination. We
Mhm.
can't do it with ourselves. Let's do it in business. Use
Yes.
your
It's so true.
imagination.
Use
Use
your
your
imagination.
imagination.
All right, I like that. I really like that.
Yes.
No, use your imagination, even in getting started with just anything, anything that you want to do in life, you
Yes.
have to use your imagination. You got to see yourself there,
You
see the greater
now
before
you're
you
saying it.
get there.
You
You
have
got to
to
see the
see
great.
yourself there. You saw
Yes.
yourself when you was going to seventh grade, what it's going to be like. You
Hmm.
saw yourself, see
Yeah.
yourself the same way in business. Don't be
Hmm.
afraid to color outside the line a little bit,
Yeah.
and go out
Yeah.
in business. What is
Yeah.
it that you want to do? We got women out here doing some awesome things,
Awesome.
like
Yes.
owning trucking businesses
Mhm.
and that
Come
kind of stuff.
on. Yes.
Go for
Yes. I
it.
know a few. I know a few. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do too. And it's just like, go for it.
Mhm.
Get
Yeah.
what you gonna get. You have a lot of women that has so much wisdom. How about this?
Mhm.
You go consult some people. Then you can be the
Mhm.
consultant. Let them come to you and get all the
Mhm.
stuff that tap into your
Yeah.
creative ability. Write these
Yes.
books. These
Yes.
authors are writing books, and
Come on.
imagine them on a best-selling list.
Yes.
I imagine
Mm.
my journal on the best-selling list. I
All
really
right. All
I
right.
imagine it on a best-selling list as the number
Yes.
one tool that people are using for encouragement. I sure do.
Mm. All
Every
right.
time I check
All
Amazon, I
right
expect
now.
the numbers to go up because
Okay.
I'm imagining this thing. I imagine my shirts are going to be in stores. I'm trying to look into
Mm.
a couple of stores now. I'm keeping
Wow. Okay. All
on.
right.
Listen,
Come on.
I walk in these stores anyway and see somebody else's
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
I see
Yes.
their imagination sitting on the
Yes.
shelf.
Yes.
Somebody
Mhm.
thought of that idea. Somebody thought
Yes,
of that
they
t-shirt
did.
that we
Yes,
like
they
to
did.
wear. Somebody thought of them
Mhm.
jeans with the little frillies on
Yep.
the side. Somebody thought of that and had
Somebody thought of
enough
it.
courage and boldness
Hmm.
to go for it.
To go for it.
So
Yep.
go
And
for it. Don't be
and we got
afraid
to do the same thing.
because no don't hurt.
Come on now. It doesn't. Not if you let it. If you
If you
don't
get
let it.
one no, what do you got to do?
Okay.
What our motto? Keep it moving.
Keep
Somebody will tell you
moving.
yeah, or
Hmm.
or gotta send
Yeah.
somebody to show you how you can get your yes.
Yes. True. True,
Oh
true,
yeah.
true, true, true.
Oh
Well,
yes.
that is awesome. I am so excited about all the golden nuggets you have given us on tonight. You know, I'm going to be going back, looking at this and taking notes
Yes.
myself. You know, I have been so encouraged, and I'm sure our viewers been encouraged as
I
well.
hope so.
I
Yeah.
want you to share with us because you have an event coming up soon. So, talk
I
to us a
do.
little
I
bit
do.
about the your event that you have coming up.
I am so excited. I just have to say this too. I just have to say this too. For the
Okay.
first time we went, we took it on the road. I'll say that.
Oh,
And
okay.
we had the Fragrance Journey Atlanta. Oh
All
my God,
right.
the way God showed up in Atlanta was
Wow.
so
How was it?
awesome. It was awesome. So after that, I said, I got to bring it home. I got to bring it
Mhm.
home.
Oh,
So the
yeah.
Fragrance Journey is happening on the 22nd of this month. And I am
Awesome.
super, super excited about it. It is
Yes.
called The Outpour. And God
Mm,
has promised to meet us in the room. We are
mm.
no, I don't know if anybody else know any other, children of God that's on the line know or can feel it in the air, but there is revival in the air.
Yes, it
God
is.
is meeting his people. Yes,
Oh,
he is.
yes.
And
Oh,
with
yes.
this outpour, he promised that he's going to send an outpour of rejuvenation. He's going to send an
Mm.
outpour of refreshing.
Come
He's
on
going to
now.
meet us there. I truly, truly, truly believe, God, that on this night, oh my God, when we get
Yes.
to that point, that God is going to be in their lives, are going to be changed
Mm.
on this night.
Yes. Yes.
Deliverance is going to take place on this night.
Mm.
Healing is going to take place on
Healing.
this night. Breakthrough is going to take place
Yes.
on this night. So we are believing God. We have some awesome praise and worship that's going to be going forth. We have some dynamic people that's going to be in the room. My fire starters, they're ready and they
All
are
right.
charged. You hear me? So on
Mm.
the 22nd, we're going to have some vendors that's going to be out there selling their
Mhm.
products for their
Mhm.
businesses. So if you're looking to vend, go to my website,
All right.
elmfragrance.com, and you can sign up to vend. But we are just expecting God to move. He
Mm.
promised that he was.
Yes.
Friday, October 22nd. For the
Mhm.
vendors, the doors open at 5:30. We're going to start promptly because we don't want to waste time. We don't want to get in the way of God because I
Yes.
promise you, we're going to have the person that's coming in and she's going to
Mhm.
mime dance under the
Okay.
anointing and the power of God. So
Mm.
we are really, 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 oh my God, we're in anticipation. That's what we are.
Yes,
We
we
are
are.
in
Come on.
anticipation of a mighty move of God. God
Mm.
is going to show up. He promised me he was.
Yes. Yes, he
He
will.
promised me he was, and he is.
Mm.
So we
Yes,
just
he
believe
will.
it. So if I'm looking for all of you guys, all of your viewers to be in the room and to
Oh,
pray with
great.
and we are just going to allow God. That's what it is. It's just really the outpour. It's us getting in the face of God. It's
Mm.
us. We're going to have people kneeling at the altar. We're going to have people
All
laying
right.
on their knees. We're going to have people just hollering out to God so that you can
Mhm.
reestablish your personal relationship with the
All
Father.
right.
At the
Yes.
outpour. At
Awesome.
the outpour. Don't
At
get
the
me started. I
outpour.
keep talking. Don't get me
All
started.
right now. But you still haven't. You got to tell them where it's going to be at. How
It's
can
going
they
to be at the
register?
Doubletree Oak Brook. The Doubletree
Mhm.
Oak Brook. Yes, it's going to be
Okay.
there on the 22nd of October. The Doubletree Oak Brook, they're ready for
Mhm.
us. They already know they're
Awesome.
ready for us. And it's going to be
Great.
a time in the Lord.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then also, if someone wanted to just say they wanted to donate, or they may want to, find you on the website, on the web. What's your website?
You can go to www.elmfragrance.com. That's my website. You can see all of our past events. You can see what we have coming up. I have some blogs that's on there. We're
Mhm.
also gearing up because the season has changed. We have a
Okay.
coat drive that we're just gearing up for. We're having a toy
Great.
drive. All of those things benefit this local domestic violence
Mhm.
shelter. So we are looking to bless them with the season
Great.
changing. And you can find out all things divine touch and fragrance
Mm.
on my website. You can see me on my Facebook
Awesome.
page, MMMs. We have a Facebook group called the Fragrance Journey Group. So any one of
Mm.
those areas, or you can email us at elmfragrance2017@gmail.com.
All right. So you heard that, viewers. Make sure you go out and register. She
Yes.
is a dynamic woman of God, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Are you going to also have some like workshops and things like that,
We're
for
getting our itinerary together for
Okay.
2022. We are
All
going
right.
to bring back how to study the Bible workshop that we
Mhm.
did. We're going to bring back the balance workshop. We're going to bring back when women pray. We're going to
All
have that
right.
next year. We're going to
I
bring
like
back
that.
the resume writing. So we have a lot of things planned and lined up for 2022 But for now, we're just really gearing up toward this thing. And also, so you guys would know, the Fragrance Journey Tour is going to be in 2022, where
All
we're going
right.
to few different cities. Yes.
Yes.
So we are
Awesome.
gearing up for all that. But if you want to subscribe to our website, you can also do that while you go on there as well. Remember, it is elmfragrance.com. And you can also subscribe, and you can keep in touch with all things fragrance and divine touch.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I am so excited. I love what you are doing, woman of God, and I know that it's going to be awesome. I'm going to try my best to be there, but if I'm not there, just know I'm praying. I
Listen,
my full support.
Send them prayers.
You have my full support. I just thank
you.
you so much from the bottom of my heart, just being a part of the show. We are sisters in the Lord, and I just really thank God for you. And I know that you're going to do great. You're going to be awesome, and I know that conference is going to be off the chain great. So I just want to just thank you again for being a part of the show. So we're going to end this segment now, and I just want to tell our viewers, thank you so much. Make sure you go out and support Associate Pastor Emma Mims, and make sure you support the journey, the fragrance journey. And you want to make sure that you are supporting her in every way. She is a dynamic woman of God. And again, like I said, I know it's going to be an awesome time. So that is all for tonight. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. My name is Elder Lorraine Flowers, and I am the host of Transforming Lives Talk Show. And as always, let God transform your life. God bless. Bless you. Thanks again, Emma.
Thank you.